To move the needle a little, he says pot is not very different from cigarettes and no more dangerous than alcohol, but it's a bad habit. And this is what passes as supportive? Even though none of those statements are really true. It's not a bad habit, it's a fantastic habit. Unless, like anything, you overdo it. It's way different than cigarettes, mainly not linked to lung cancer. And no more dangerous than alcohol. Try way, way, way less dangerous. Somehow this is the year when everything from socialism to mass deportation is on the table. And voters love the authentic guys who speak their minds. But when it comes time for Congress to consider common sense pot legislation, it's like smoking a joint with Woody Harrelson. They just won't pass it. And I'll tell you why, because pot is not like gay marriage. With gay marriage, no one stood to lose money if the law changed. But the war on drugs keeps billions flowing to DEA agents and police and prisons. And legal weed would mean Americans had an alternative to altering their mood by downing OxyContin and Budweiser. Or as Rush Limbaugh calls it, lunch. I was reading recently about a guy named Raymond Schwab from Kansas. He's a Gulf War veteran who wanted to move to Colorado to treat his chronic pain and PTSD, because while the VA gave him lots of prescription drugs, for him, pot is the only thing that actually works. So Raymond thought moving to Colorado, where pot is legal and he could even grow it, was a great idea. Kansas, not so much. They got wind of the move and took away his children. Now, I'm not a big fan of children, but I believe if you like yours, you should get to keep them. Maybe that's my New York values talking. But this is what happens when pot is legal in some states, sort of legal in others, and completely illegal in places like Kansas, where frankly they could use some. We can't leave this up to the states, because states' rights is always code for taking away rights. And since liberals have never accepted states' rights as an excuse to deny black people education or voting or outlaw gay marriage or abortion, why do they accept it with this? When only some people have it and some don't, that's not equality, that's Wi-Fi. I can't think of another example of a drug that's legal in one state, but not in another. It's not a tenable situation, because when I leave Colorado, Oregon, Washington, or Alaska, my back pain doesn't go away, or whatever it is I have. I'm kidding. I use medical marijuana because my third eye has glaucoma. And you know, it's acting up right now. Maybe,
yeah, nigga.
Maybe I should,
Yeah! Get him, Bill. You see this nigga?
Maybe I should treat it. This is private property and I do have a card, so...
Get him, Bill.
In conclusion...
Get these niggas.
Please remember... Please remember that legalizing pot is a long way from a done deal. I know you're tired, I am too, of making the same old, obvious pot arguments, like how pot is less dangerous than other legal adult activities. But somehow you can drink alcohol, you can smoke cigarettes, you can do that thing where you cut off your oxygen with a belt and masturbate. Which is not only dangerous, but take it from me, it'll get you kicked out of Macy's menswear like that. All right, that's our show. We're off next week.